You ready to fight for the cure? You ready to fight for breast cancer? You ready to fight for good health care? I give a damn, you give a damn, I give a damn. I give a damn, I give a damn. You give a damn, oh, we give a damn. You didn't know, we give a damn. You didn't know, we give a damn. Oh, you didn't know, we give a damn. You didn't know, we give a damn.
Hey, listen, what's going on, sis? It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a nice minute, y'all. Happy New Year in June.
Yes.
My year don't start to about after April, so my year starts in about May every year.
Okay. I say that, I Give a Damn Jam actually got started in May. So it was like,
Yeah.
I'm talking like years ago, like 2000, whatever, 2 years before my mother got breast cancer started. And it happened just to fall in May, like the end of May. So it wasn't like I was trying to do it for breast cancer month. It was just at the time, I just was like, all right, Mom, this is how we can do it. All right, we're going to get some money to Howard. We're going to throw a dope party, and we're going to bring a lot of awareness about what we give a damn about. My mom had breast cancer at the time. So years later, you're at Howard. How interesting. I Give a Damn Jam. At the end of the movie, I'm giving a check.
I'm still there, y'all.
Oh, yeah. Hey, look, hold on. The thing is, that's one of the reasons I did Mompreneurs on the show, because to see a woman working somewhere, I know how my mother was. She might have worked for the post office for 30 years, but she got her bachelor's, her master's. She did a million things that people outside of the job was like would drop their jaw to see. Okay, you really are a all-around beast. You know what I mean? So I see the same thing with you. So either way, but Howard is where I basically gave the first check of a donation off of raising awareness from a dope party of edutainment. And we always had a brother and sister on the stage. It'd be me, and it'd be either one of my family members or a sister that really is about something and some consciousness. And I'm thankful that these years that we have been able to collaborate and network like we've been doing. So today we are talking about how music changed our lives. Well, First of all, I know we always talk about what we give a damn about. And I say for me, I'm giving a damn about 50-50 right now. Because I'm getting ready to turn 50 in August. It's the 50-year anniversary of hip hop.
Okay.
Okay, so that's a 50-50 club. You know what I'm saying? Real exclusive brand. You know what I'm saying? So music changed my life, and I give a damn about 50-year-olds now. I give a damn about
50 is the new 30.
Yo, 50 years of hip hop. I'm just saying, I know I got my own fingerprints. I know I'm a rare being, so get with it while I'm here. Because I don't know, God almost called me home a couple years ago, so I'm really celebrating on another level with new fam and friends and the sisters that's been here for a while. But we here to chop it up about you tonight, because they've been seeing me doing my thing down here a little bit, and it's just good to see you back in the building again. And I know it's been so much.
Came out of the rock, y'all. I was trying not. Rico won't stop calling, asking me to come on back.
God be telling me to do it. God be like, yeah, holler at your sister.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Sometimes you can be in a season of, checking things out. So I've been in a season of looking and reevaluating my life. I have not stopped my 4 a.m. workouts. If anything, I run more. And I felt like taking the break, I was able to really focus without any distractions. So it was good. It's been good. But I also, knew that the high was up. It's like stuff. People kept calling me. I was like, oh, because I'm bad with answering the phone. Very bad. Okay, when I run away. I'm a runner in life, literally. But I would say what I give a damn about right now, the most is probably health in general. Because the way that this year started, it just started off wow. So the beginning of the year, I lost Mike Lee, a very good friend.
We lost a good brother. Rest in peace. Rest in paradise, Mike Lee.
Was like, this is the prize, this is the person right here. And we lost that person. So that was major. And then very major. And then by February, my 13-year-old son.
Because that was a whole year in the process. I mean, we've both been on his shows. I still have memories popping up of years ago when I did his radio show when he was at Rhode Island Avenue.
Yes.
So this is a brother, a good, solid brother that had put together a great reality show around Melissa V. Neal Project, that's what it's calling it?
Yes.
Man, listen.
It was like a year or more, a little more, maybe like 18 months of work.
us cross-pollinating because you were also on the show at that time. So you had so many different sides and flavors of what was going on with the Melissa B. Neal life.
Yeah, and it's got crazy. It's like it's like it keeps being more and more stuff. I'm like, okay, well, where's the cameras at? Because it's more.
Yeah, maybe that section's into the interesting life God allows us to go through.
Yes, and that's what and during my time off, I've been able to see that. Because I always know that every trial that I go through is a reason, because I usually come out of it and help somebody else. Right now, I'm a little bit out of the storm, but what had occurred, and then why I said health, was my son had turned 13 in March. He started having major health issues in February, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then everything kind of like tilted over. But it was one of those things when you like, okay, life is like spiraling out of control. And then I stopped and I was like, okay, what am I supposed to do right now in this moment? And I knew the first thing I had to do was separate myself from social media. Meaning, I'm not about to post my son is sick. Nothing. I don't even want nobody to know. And I was like, I'm just going to go and deal with this and focus on this. But during that time, I was able to reevaluate a lot of things. People, placement, even like what a person meant to me in my life. Because like with you, I might have been absent 3 weeks and you was like, hey, yo, what's going on? But I had to reevaluate the people that didn't do that. And of course, once I actually finally said that my son was sick, but he had overcame the sickness, that's when people was like, I was wondering where he was at. No, he wasn't, because you didn't send me a text message in 3 months. But it was good to see that, because I have been a lot to a lot of people, supporting everybody for years, showing up, doing stuff, always the one going to the hospital. Anybody got a funeral, I'm there. And then when it was my turn, my phone was quiet, and I realized that, and I was like, okay, all right, reevaluation season. Let me reevaluate where people need to be at. But that was a good placement, because at the time where we was filming the show, I had lots of people in the space, and sometimes you don't need everybody in the space.
You don't know who you really got.
You got so thick, and you like, what's really good. So it's been a road, and it really taught me a lot about mental health, like staying up, because I still had to go to work, go up Children's and be at Children's. I would leave work, I would be at work in the morning. I'm recording my class still. At the end of the day, I love my clients. I know y'all don't see this, but they still wanted their workouts. Okay, life drama or not, we paid you, so we still want our stuff. So I would do that, and then lunchtime I would still run.
It's a blessing that God brought you through that storm. So
yes,
how's he doing?
He's doing a whole lot better. It's still a long journey.
Okay. It's the oldest of
it's a long journey. With his situation, I had to literally evaluate everything. Like, it was almost like looking at a movie, and I was remembering all of his whole life, you know. And I was like, oh my goodness, is everything just coming out at one time? It also showed me that everybody has their breaking point, whether they're quiet about it or not. So during that space, I was just able to see that, but it was just hard, because I had to go to work, stay with him all night at the hospital, because I didn't want him to feel alone, because he would be like, you know, don't leave me, like, you're not about to leave me all year. And I said, no.
To stay the whole night with me.
And I just said, I felt uneasy. So the first night I had left the hospital like 4 in the morning. I cried so bad, because just leaving him them few hours, I was just like, I can't believe I'm leaving a child at the hospital. He had a sitter at the hospital to stay with him. Because with his condition, he had to have somebody with him at all times.
This is the life of a mompreneur.
I'm like, okay.
Yes.
I'm going home, going to pick up the kids. Literally, get in the house. I'm recording my workout class. As soon as I get in the house, shower, get them out the house, take them, go to work, lunchtime.
These are the other children.
Yes, I got 2 others.
Yes.
So y'all they don't know. Y'all should know.
Beautiful.
Y'all don't know them crazy other 2, but and they needed me too. And then also the husband needed me too. Even though he was being supportive of the hospital. Y'all, at the end of the day, he still was. I would come in the house and the dishes would be. I'm like, yo, what the heck? And the house was worse. The house was worse because I was like, ain't nobody cleaning nothing now. So I got to come back clean the house. But honestly, it's like I was on autopilot. So I didn't even feel it. I didn't even feel that I wasn't resting. I was just like, this is what I need to do.
Mode.
Yeah, because it's almost like your mother instincts jump in and you like this survival mode. I need my child at the hospital to be good and I need my kids at home to be good. And I don't even need them to feel
good.
Yes.
Good.
I don't need them to, but I was the only one that wasn't in a good space. So eventually, even the doctors I work with was like, and I haven't took that break yet, but they were like, when he gets all the way 100% better, you need a real break because they were like, you've been running.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
No. I mean, the thing is, you had just done The Wiz, which we hadn't brought up. Now, could you take me back before the King storm? Because now we know the King is on the healing side of things. But I got to check out The Wiz.
You did.
Yes.
It was great. So, but King, during that time, King was still in his storm.
Oh, he was just beginning that.
No, he was in the mix then too. Okay. He was still kind of
like. I saw him there.
He was back and forth with the doctors and stuff then. But what happened with The Wiz, we pretty much, I was supposed to do it all the way back last year. They told me in November. I'm waiting for the people to hit me up. So they said, we're going to rehearse in November. So I'm like, okay. Nothing happened. December, nothing happened. January. So I was like, hell, I guess they don't want me there.
Yes.
So I went on about life. And then March, they called me and was like, hello, I'm coming from Mike Lee funeral.
Oh.
They was like, hello. Yeah, and I happened to answer the phone because y'all know I run from the phone. So it was somebody that nobody know all about it reject. And I was like, hello. And it was AJ the entertainer. He's a very known dancer in DC. And he said, Melissa. And I said, yes. Who was this? He's like, this is AJ. I'm like, yes. And he was like, I'm calling you about The Wiz. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, y'all still doing that? He said, yes. Do you still want to do it? I'm like, sure. But so I wanted to know what happened because you ain't called me. I ain't had no rehearsal. And he was like, well, what happened was we wanted you to do it originally, but the person that did it last time, when she found out we replaced her, she just pretty much begged us to do it. So we went on and we said, well, since she already knows she can do it. And pretty much as it was coming to a wrap, things started unraveling. I would say personalities, egotistic. It was too much for everybody involved. Right. So I'm like, okay, well, no problem. And I'm always one of the people, I don't talk down on other artists. So I said, well, AJ, that's fine. I don't need to hear nothing else about her. I wish her well. You know, I don't know what happened, but if you want me to do it, fine. So I'm thinking, cool. He don't tell me till I touch down to DC a few hours later when the play is. So he's yeah, it's a week away. I said, okay, all right. So what you need me to learn? Soon as I get home and the script, a little bit of the script. So I'm like, okay. So I'm reading through the script. I'm like, I could do that. No. So I come to rehearsal on that Saturday. Okay, at this point I got maybe 4 days left because it was a full week. Yeah. Maybe like 9 days or something.
This is a week.
So I go to rehearsal and he's like, this is the set. And I'm like, what's the set? And I'm looking like, all of those are the set. And me learning the parts. And I was like, so in my mind, but I always say, okay, this is a new level. So you know, like Dragon Ball Z, I was like, I'm about to go Super Saiyan. I was like, I'm about to go Super Saiyan because that means if I can do this, I got it. So I was like, I said, I ain't got no choice. I already told them yes. They already put out the post, you know, the one I had my hair in the finger waves, and they like Melissa B. Niels Dorothy. Everybody excited. The tickets sold out in like hours. So the tickets sold out. So I was like, yo, my back up against the wall. It's now or never. So then that's when they asked for DJ, which is my younger son. He's 5, to be Toto. And so I said, okay. So I said, when I'm telling y'all, I'm studying the lyrics, not like I got my earphones in, I'm going to sleep with the stuff in. And I get to a point by like 4 days before, I'm like, yo, I'm worried, you know. I don't never tell them that. And I said, I'm worried because my brain ain't remembering nothing right now.
All those songs.
And I was like, lyrics. Oh my God. So we get to the art theater and we do like a dress rehearsal and it's time to sing the song. And granted, I'm still walking around my lyrics and I'm like, damn it, if I put these down, I ain't gonna remember nothing. So the first time I sung the song, I sung it wrong. Okay. So the guy like, he looking like, you told me this is Melissa B. Neal. Like she got it. She gonna be good. He was like, don't worry, she gonna be fine. The day before, I'm telling you, it was like my brain was like a dictionary. Everything was there, like ping, like all the songs. I was like,
yes. That's it.
It was
happened at the right
wild.
time. Yeah.
And then when we went to do the show, I remembered everything. Like not a line, didn't forget
Let me
it.
tell
The
you what it was
lyrics.
like for me. I saw it and I was like, you know, I was definitely knowing I wanted to come and support because it had been a little while since we've seen each other.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I've been in plays, and you know, so I know what goes on behind the scenes. I did not know it was a week until after the show was over. And I was like, yo, so you know when you know sister can do a lot when you're around her, but I did not know it was a week. So I got to give you big
The dancing and I had to freestyle that. I said, hey, because I told them, I said, listen.
Oh, I was checking the show
You
out.
guys
Okay,
have made me remember all this. I said, what I ain't gonna remember is this Ease on Down the Road dance. Because now you want me to do a 10 count.
Yeah,
so I said, I got y'all though. So they said, what you gonna do? I said, don't worry about it. We don't need
So these was like your freestyle steps?
That's freestyle.
Oh, shit.
I freestyle.
I was in there watching you dance. Well,
I was freestyling.
Shorty.
I was freestyling. My mom made me laugh.
She eased on down that Yellow Brick Road.
Yeah.
Dorothy, you did that. You did that.
That was
You
an
banged that out.
experience. And when it was over, it was like, but like I told you, I never.
Can anybody see it again? Is it on YouTube?
I need to ask AJ because I think he has like this ones he sell, and I think it is online. They put it together because it was wonderful. So I am doing it again in August because people was pissed. It was a lot of people that didn't see because that thing sold out.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, sold out, y'all. I was like, okay, and it was
I
great.
got my ticket. I was one of the ones that helped sell it out.
Yeah, it was great. I just another reason why. Even though the storm was happening with Lakeem, like he was sick and stuff, I just felt like you never know when the opportunity is presented again.
Right.
So I said, well, let me just level up. This is the time for me to level up. And it was another one of the things that was just like out of nowhere. Like, okay, y'all calling me. As soon as I leave Mike Lee funeral, you guys are calling me about Dorothy. So I was like, he telling me, press on the gas. It's time for you to come on, get it together. So
and Mike is smiling down on that.
Yeah,
he's smiling down like, girl, kill him, go get it. You know what I mean? So these all happened within that first January, February, March.
Yeah.
And now I was talking about earlier. I do everything in 4-month visuals, like 4 months of Reality State University, where the creator is the headmaster. And you know, so he put you through some interesting, allowed you to go through some interesting situations.
Yeah.
And now moving into semester 2 of Reality State University, we're here in June. First of the month or second of the month?
Yeah, June 1st.
June 1st, first of the month.
New beginnings.
Yes, indeed.
New beginnings.
First of the month. So there's some things coming down the pike. We have together with a single. Or two.
Good vibes
Good
only.
vibes only.
Good vibes
yes,
only.
indeed. And we have a gentleman here tonight that will actually be contributing to that as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he doesn't even understand pleasant surprises coming his way. I got to meet this brother at Anacostia. You're a Baloo. I'm Spingon.
I am Eastern.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I meant that. I was all in my mind. You rocking that Baloo like Eastern.
Look, let me put my pony. Let me make the ponytail better.
Shout out to all the DCPS that produced some of these greats. It's like, no, we made these. Hey, shout out to all the mompreneurs, and this was, you know, this was kind of delayed because son was going through the storm.
Yes.
So salute to you as a mom. A lot of inspirational moms I dig and, you know, just appreciate for them striving to make their children's lives memorable, healthy, and I dig it. So, you know, this show has got my mom's face in it, so always salute to Mom Dukes, Charlene, Dolores, Jerome Ellison, and salute to you as a great mom. You know, you see all those things she's juggling. You know, it's like, yo, man. So the mothers out, y'all give life and, you know, bring so much to it. Like James said, it's a man's world, but it'd be nothing without a woman or a girl. So salute to you doing big things. Our single, also, what is that song that you have done a video with and for, if you don't mind? Recently? Yes.
I did a video for Daily Bread, so this with Joe Claire, Super Dave.
Joe, you know what I'm saying? We go back
Mr.
to
Incredible.
Yes, indeed.
And that one was great. And what I did not like, y'all, was when we recorded it. So Rico know I went through this whole thing last year where once I got COVID, my voice was not it just was like 50% of me. So, and they were just pressing me like, record it anyway, you know. And I was like, I recorded anyway. So once we recorded it and got everything together, he mastered it. But I was like, I still sound ashy, you know, in my mind. But it worked for the song.
Right.
So I was like, okay. And then when he finally decided to drop the single, and then he just dropped the video this week. Okay. Yeah. So tell them where they can find it. You can find the video on YouTube. I think he has it on. I need to look because he got it on all of the gadgets, y'all. So I'm not good with social media. So yeah, he has them on all of the things, and we're also doing some other stuff that Rico will know about because we're doing like a rap cipher. So you guys that know Joe Clay in that city, he's a big deal.
We actually rapped together in the alley behind Tacoma Station. So we definitely looking forward to seeing Joe.
Yes, and it was that was very good. And then
Mojo, he was in his band.
yeah, he told me. Yeah.
I was right there as the barber, you know, right in Tacoma. This back in the day.
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't know you can rap, and he was like, yeah. You know, but he was great. I mean, his personality was wonderful. When he came in, he was like, "Hey, I'm Joe." I was like, "I know you, Joe." He was like, but see, I love when I meet people like that. That's humble. He was like, "You never can assume that somebody just know you." And it was a very chill shoot. We did it in 3 hours. We kept it very quiet. My glam team was mad at me. They didn't tell me, but I think because my hairstylist didn't know I had got braids. They were real fresh then, and they didn't know I had braids and stuff. So he thinking like, who the heck did your hair? I don't know. I went to my regular make, but I didn't do the team thing because I was like, you know what, this is low key. Let me just go and get this done.
Yeah.
But for future stuff, I do have. I can't really tell y'all what the shoot is about, but it's a major shoot I'm doing with the glam team, my glam team. I was supposed to do it in May. Yeah, this one is really yes. I was supposed to do it in May, but now I always say everything happens for a reason. Yeah. And with my son going through what he went through, I seen it exactly what it needed to be. Because when we first created the idea, it was like we was missing something. And Melanie, you know her, she really go with the flow.
Melanie is one of the most interesting sculptors of hair and look and art. She got some dope looks.
Yes.
You know about that.
Yeah, and she always go with the flow. Yeah. But when I gave her the new stuff from the visuals that I seen, it's gonna be crazy because it's gonna be crazy. So I'm doing that. Of course, I have the single with Rico. I got a few other singles. I'm gonna be shooting a lot of videos. So I'm getting pretty busy. Soon as I said I was back outside, and I said, well, but I look at that as a blessing that you could be gone and come back and people looking for you. Yeah. So I was excited about that, but I'm also glad that people knew I wasn't gone on no mask. It's like, no, I was gone because my kid was really sick. Yeah. And that was one. That was during Mother's Day season too. Right. And so Mother's Day weekend, I had a terrible Mother's Day weekend because I couldn't celebrate because he wanted to get me out the house and take me to a restaurant. I was like, I really don't want to get dressed because one of the kids is not home. And I don't really feel good about going out. So we went to get Ethiopian food. I'm out there eating, and the whole time I'm thinking, like, this is King's one of his family meals. So all this stuff is going through my head. But then I remember this is a part of motherhood. Yeah. Is literally what you're going through right now. So he knows that you love him. So I called him a million times and stuff that day because children's, even though COVID is lifted, they still have very strict rules on the weekend. You can't go see them on the weekend, like. Yeah. So the unit that he was in, so I was like, okay. And I'm gonna tell you, from being in the hospital for months, when I was at Tacoma Adventist, you couldn't get any visitors. After I just come out of Tacoma, I was like, yo, I'm just happy to see everybody, like, yo. And then when I went to Tacoma, which is right around the area where I cut hair, I couldn't get any visitors. So I'm gonna tell you, when I know what he probably was going through was hell. Yeah, he was calling me 25 times, you know. But through that, I just did not stop writing. Yeah. Because since January, I mean, I always had, what do they call them, lucid dreams? I always had those, but like it's like everything amplified. So that's why I knew I needed that time too to get, because that's one of the problems I've always struggled with my music is getting it done when it's there. Like the emotion is raw now. Write it down. Why are you waiting 2 weeks? Like write that down now.
It'll be definitely diluted by the time you want to do it.
So when I say I got stuff.
Yeah.
Like I got stuff because I stopped waiting because I said the moment is now. So right now in this season, you supposed to be writing, you supposed to be doing this. But it's almost like a light bulb went off. Like, okay, your season of quiet is up. Let's go. Like it's like my body was like go time, you know. So this is one of the third things what I've done publicly this year, and you know that's not like me. But I got a lot done, so I needed it because you always one of the main things Rico say, y'all, where's the song? You know, you want to perform because I love to perform. I like to do the actual live performance. I'm like nothing like my live show, but then you know you have people like, well, where is it? Where can I go find your music? I'm like, oh shoot, oh snap.
Yeah.
So I got a chance to really hone into that and just hone into my artistry. So you were asking at the beginning, what is music?
How has music changed your life?
You guys, I'm on the fence on this one because, and I'm not gonna lie to you all, because back in the day, one of my great friends, his name is Brandon Wilkins, he told me that what you've been blessed with is a blessing and a curse. And I didn't understand. I said, well, why you say that? But it is, because having this gift is not always fantastic, because you're lonely a whole lot. You think a different way. And then you're struggling because you're constantly battling yourself because you at this job. You like, well, I see myself on stage. I hear all this other stuff and you hit. So it's a battle versus this person that grow up and they want to go to school to be a doctor and they in this field. They ain't fighting nothing. Every day I'm fighting the artist in me. So every day I'm like, yo, I got this song in my head, but I got to do this patient blood pressure.
Is she speaking to you? Can I say amen or and ouch? That's coming up my street. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like music has done a lot for me because I wouldn't be where I am, but it's also like a blessing and a curse because it's like everybody think I just get on stage and I did it because I did it. I could have had a hellhole of a damn day and I was able to put it in that music. So a lot of times with artists, we battling. We battling because you're always going until you get that prize in your hand. You're always battling against your inner man of what you're really supposed to be doing. So I'm always in a constant battle of like, okay, me versus me versus the spirit man, me versus the physical. The physical is, well, I gotta still get up and go and do this job, but I got this, I did right now though, but I need to go into the studio right now. I ain't got time to be at work all day. So what I'm hoping for all of us in this season is to step out. And it's ready to be like, boom, you know, work, you've been climbing here. And honestly, that was the thing that made me so depressed about losing the I didn't really lose the project because I have all of the stuff. His daughter has all the stuff.
Has a show.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was about not getting it like I wanted it because at that time we were like, woo, we good, we here, we sweeping, we
got a whole year show.
We cleaning up. But it was like, hold on. But I realized it's okay because it's not always going back to the drawing board. It's just
keep it moving forward. And God does the rest.
So.
And listen, y'all have heard it here first. This is what actual real artist, real mompreneur, real wife goes through. And over the last 4 months, we have had our own storms that God has brought us through. We still give a damn about our careers. We still give a damn.
We do, because it pays the bills.
Yes, indeed.
That's the only reason.
So we dropping it like it's hot. We're like two brothers and sisters that got that's bearing fruit. You know what I'm saying? By their fruits you shall know them. So we have been writing. We have been, creating different songs. We have different collaborations. We have different situations to bring to you, not just chopping it up here. You know what I'm saying? So we have a pleasant surprise to the show. First time guest. We're gonna get him out of here because he done been working hard, just like we both.
He been yawning, y'all.
You ready to fight for the cure? You ready to fight for breast cancer? You ready to fight for good health care? I give a damn, you give a damn, I give a damn. I give a damn, I give a damn. You give a damn, oh, we give a damn. You give a damn, you give a damn. You give a damn, we give a damn.
Welcome to Win Network, where we are looking to create the win-win in business. Have you ever had the problem, once you've shot some great photos or great footage, that you needed someone to edit it? Look no further, we got your solution. Editors Are Us. Leave it to the experts for all your post-production needs. We are here for you 24/7. Post-production is our specialty, but we shoot, produce, direct, consult, and train anyone interested in digital storytelling and any form of video production. Music videos, documentaries, live streaming, promotional videos, corporate events, weddings, you name it. We can bring you broadcast quality production at a very affordable price. Come check out Editors Are Us.
All right, welcome back to the I Give a Damn Jam show. I am Rico Jerome, and this is my sister from another mister. Let them know who y'all.
Y'all know who I am. Stop playing with me. Melissa B. Neal.
Yes.
Ow.
We got an exclusive in the building. This is a very special treat for me because I met this brother while working and serving and doing something else. And you know how creator just likes to connect me with great sons and daughters. So this brother right here, let him know who you are.
So my name is Jonathan, but my artistry name is JMB Music. I am a saxophonist, songwriter, artist, just creator in general. Like anything that deals with creativity, I'm a fan of it. I'm a consumer of it, and yeah, that's kind of me in a nutshell.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Okay.
What do you give a damn about?
Man,
Yo,
so
you can give me a top
what
three
do I
or
give
just
what do I give
whatever
a
it
damn
is.
about? I just turned 30 about a week ago, so I've been doing like just a lot of reflecting over my past decade. And what I give a damn about right now is being present in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I'm still young, but
Drink to that.
I know I'm still young, but turning 30 was the first time I realized that, you know, we really only do this life thing once.
Hello?
You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
you beat a lot of sperm cells to get here, buddy. That's,
One
So it's just like I want to continue to just be present more, and being a creative. I know y'all can relate. Like sometimes, you know, I had like people tell me all the time I live in the cloud. Like I'm always thinking of ideas, always trying to do this, that, and the third. And now it's like, you know, that's cool and that's still a part of me, but I want to do more being present. You know what I'm saying? Like situations like this, really getting to connect, like really getting to be with the people I'm with, and you know, things like that.
yeah, I you know, when I see different sons and daughters, I know it was a genesis to the situation. So let them know where you were hatched, born.
Man, so I'm from PG County. Been playing the saxophone since about 2nd grade. And
Wow. You ain't no joke. Since seconds.
I read this quote today.
Not
too,
yesterday.
School. It said, "Whatever you do, you cannot do the extraordinary until you do the ordinary over and over and over."
Right.
So you're an expert.
And that's so true. So yes, I've been in
Put it in
wind
$20,000,
wind ensemble. I probably started taking it serious around high school when I started, you know, to see like that there was real passion there. I always wanted to stop, and my mom was like, "No, you're gonna wish you kept playing." And I thank her every day now. I ended up going to college.
Shout out, mom. Shout out, mom.
Yeah, shout out to you, mom, my lady. I ended up going to college on a band scholarship. So I went to Morehouse College in Atlanta.
Okay, don't play.
Shout out.
I was in a marching band there. And honestly, when I got to Atlanta and was in the marching band, until then all I knew how to do was read by sheet music. I was classically trained, but being in a marching band, that's when I learned how to play by ear. Then I'm in Atlanta, and there's nothing, and that's where I really that's where I give most of my credit for me really exploring myself, because it was a big music area, so there's open mics, there's shows, there's so many things, studios, like 5 studios everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I really was like, okay, I think I enjoy making my own music. Now I'm like, okay, I've always had a deep passion for lyrics, but I think I want to write my own lyrics now. And from there, my time in Atlanta, I spent 2015 to 2018 after graduating. So I spent a full 8 years there, and then I came back home in 2018 due to a lot of hustle and bustle out there that I'll also say a little bit later. But that's kind of like where it all kind of started for me.
That's dope.
You got a great background though. I mean, because you've been doing it a long time, and culturally to be around different places. That's really dope. 'Cause I'm quite sure down in Atlanta you learned a whole lot.
Atlanta opened my ear up for sure. I was listening to artists from all over the world.
I'm gonna say that's like they call Atlanta the new whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
You know, there's that the
yeah.
third. I definitely my first cousin, cuz bro, Anthony Moore. He and his wife, my cousin sis, Celentia Moore. They're like one is the playwright and one is the band director.
Okay.
And I grew up in the house with him, so seeing him lead the Woodson marching band against the Dozers or any different Eastern, whoever it was, it would be all of his friends. So it would always be music in the house, and all of them. I'd be putting on their little whatever those little furry helmets they used to wear and play like I'm marching, but I never played an instrument.
And they're really geniuses because they're syncing up like your feet movements and patterns on the field with the music.
Yeah. Now I was just witnessing the sound. Now the thing about it was I didn't play an instrument, but I was so into every instrument that was being played. It'd be somebody at the house with a tuba, might be somebody at the house, and he's helping them doing this. And so you soak up a lot of stuff just by being right there in the moment. And like you said, and for me, I became writing a rhyme once. He told me a rhyme that somebody had wrote, a female that wrote at Woodson. My mother was sending me over to her house to get tutoring for music. I was failing music in 6th grade. Right. But I'm writing my own rhymes. She did not know I was doing the announcements. I was on stage doing talent. I was like the first kid, like rapping on the playground with a beatbox guy. So for me, I didn't trip off playing an instrument because it was something that was bringing me this local attention and from all the kids, like always wanted me to rap at lunchtime. And it was like then I got on stage, and so I wrote a book like that at that age. I started writing was my breakthrough. On Punishment, anywhere, I love to write. So for me, collaborating with artists and singers and different folks who bring different pieces to the sound art I'm looking to put together it's always a pleasure. So what you got for us tonight? I mean, I know you got some things up your sleeve. I mean, we're gonna check out some of your own.
Yeah, so
or you got something covered.
Well, tonight I was gonna play a sax cover for you all.
Great.
I do have some of my own music that I can let you all hear. Or there are a couple artists in the area that I'm working with that I write for.
I want you to sit.
Are you left-handed?
No, I just did that.
I want to say, because if he left-handed, I'm left-handed too. I want to say, okay.
No, I want the folks to know about the projects that you have or anywhere that they can find you, because we're getting ready to check out some of your jam.
So yeah, man. So right now I'm currently doing some songwriting work, and also like just so my degree in school was business marketing. So I take all of that and literally turn it all towards my creative stuff. So I love marketing, I enjoy marketing, I'm passionate about it. Yes. But this particular artist is her name's Bobby Michelle. She was with the label for some time, and now she's doing her own thing. And I have just been fortunate enough to be a part of the process of helping her create her new music and body of work. So that's getting ready to come out soon. Her name's Bobby Michelle. And then also for myself, I have a project that's getting ready to come out as well. Just some songwriting and production that I've done. As far as the saxophone goes, I do have a cover for you all tonight. Yeah. And you really can just book me. I play at weddings, cookouts, proposals, private dinners.
And where can they find you?
And you can find me on any streaming platform at JMB. So JMB Music. You can find me at that on
John Music Blues.
JMB. And so that's the thing too. So with my name being JMB Music, my full name is Jonathan Middlebrooks. Okay. So the JMB was me just shortening it up, and I always like to explain that because for me, like my artistry is who I am as a real person. Like this is all synonymous. You know what I'm saying? Like so when I saw you at work and we chopping it up at work, the main reason why I came out is because anybody that I meet that is a creative in an organic setting like that, and is comfortable speaking on it, communicating, networking, it's like, okay, yeah, like that's a kindred person that I can rock. Cause like you said earlier, and don't get me wrong, I love my job. I'm passionate about it. Not to go on a little tangent, but there are very much so days where I wake up like I need to be in the studio from 8 to 5. I give my best hours to another situation, and then when I get off, I try to do the most I can with my reserve, you know what I'm saying? Or even having to tell a significant other, like, look, my real work starts once I'm off, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much to it. But
I get you.
But You can get in all that at JMB Music, man.
Shay and now the thing is, this is testimonies. This is real life and how we basically grow from caterpillar to butterfly, from puppy to big dog.
And how music, which is a very loaded question, but I love the question. I mean,
How music changed my life.
You could dive into it, man. We could really talk about it for hours, but long story short, music changed my life because I think in so many ways, and you've attested to it as well too. And I can just tell, just based on how you are talking, that we experienced just similar things as well walking on that road. But it, for me, it's something that has always allowed God to show Himself, I guess, in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, I could be, every day I'm practicing the saxophone just because that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Next thing I know, there's an opportunity for me to play here.
Open up that
or
door.
There's an opportunity for me to now, to use it as a tool to provide for myself, or provide for my family, or, you're nervous about a show, but in spite of your nerves, you have faith, you say your prayers, and you go on stage and do it. Like every time you're betting on yourself, every time you're taking this creation and deciding to manifest it and put it into the earth, that's like you're giving God a chance to kind of like you said earlier, you're giving God a chance to do His part. Like all you're doing is walking, and then you're just the vessel. And when it's time, so for me, that's been the biggest thing. Good. It's just like it's just been so real how many times He continues to just. This is Him showing up. You know what I'm saying? Like this is Him showing up. Like
me
being here with y'all type thing. So yeah, that's how music is.
Whatever it was for me, it's like I'm at a different DCPS every day. So I'm intentional and deliberate at this stage. I survived some interesting things to get to this position. So my YouTube channel is called Wisdom Inc. Network because I love wisdom. Since 18 in the wild streets of DC, I prayed for it. And when He gives you wisdom, it comes in so many interesting ways. Misery might be your first period teacher though. You won't be late for that class. It's going to be very interesting. But you will come out a better student of life, you know what I'm saying? So for me, how music has changed all our lives, it's connected us, and we're able to be fulfilling. I think our younger, I always say this, I have my 0 to 10 me, that's sitting at the chair right there. I have my 11 to 19 me. I have my 20 to 29 me. I have my 30 to 39 me. I have these different brothers of myself that have been here. And we all talk about healing. We all talk about what's the soundtrack of life. I thank the 13-year-old me for starting writing rhymes on punishment. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, young me. Because now I'm still writing at a different level. And he's like, well, thank you for keeping it up. Yeah. And so you have to really still connect with yourself. And when she was talking about withdrawing from a lot of the other things, prioritizing, reshuffling, each semester, when you have a semester in college, didn't you exam? And you had to, you couldn't move on to the next semester until you got those classes. Right? And life is like that. It's going to give you pop quizzes. It's going to give you tests. And study and show yourself approved it's the only way you're going to pass it. And so for us, we're brought here by music, by art, by what we're doing. So that's changed my life. And now I'm way more intentional at this stage of my life. It's the 50-year anniversary of hip hop, which to me has changed the globe. Yeah, absolutely. Stop sleeping on hip hop. I mean, I'm from the town of Go-Go, and Go-Go, you'll always be my first boo, but hip hop, I got a thing for you. And so what we're doing,
he's so crazy. He always, I'm in my man the whole time. I'm thinking about all of the lyrics he keeps spitting. I'm like, let me write down.
Listen, you know we got it right now while we're alive and we're rare and here. This is why we take advantage of these moments because we give a damn. And we're about to let you jam now. This is the part where we give a damn about the testimony. But we call it a jam is because I'm an edutainer. And my mother, when I was discussing this while she was battling breast cancer, it was like, just be you. You know what I'm saying? I was like, how do you want me to help you out with knowing about breast cancer? She was just like, just do it in your own little creative way and let it. So I had to get out of myself and let the creator do it because I said this in this little poem. I said, I walked a mile with pleasure. She chatted all along the way. But I learned nothing that day. But oh, how I learned when misery walked with me. And it's a soundtrack to the good, bad, and ugly about our life. You know?
Absolutely. Are you writing all this stuff down?
These are parts of the
way that you're speaking about like just the different soundtrack of your life. I think that's something that I'm going to try and like just always have in the back.
You're gonna do it.
I'm gonna have in the back of my mind because I definitely like feel like when there's different moments and seasons. Like even now, what you were saying about just the child thing, like turning 30 and everything, I truly do feel like, you know, I put in all that work in my 20s to get to this level of understanding and knowledge of my craft and experiences and the whole nine. And
you're in the second quarter.
And I did need the stability. I do need the stability, but at the same time, it's also I'm now feeling like I'm how I felt early in my 20s, like. But maybe I need to jump back off the porch and get this like 100% again. Type, you know what I'm saying?
You need the stability, but you need your phase that you got to go through. You definitely got to have the balance. Because like at Howard, I'm always encouraging. Like if I know that somebody I work with got some other skill set, I be like, so why aren't you doing it a little bit? Because if you don't, you get locked up in your brain, and then you get locked up, and then it's like from day to day where you go into your 9 to 5, and you could be passionate about it, but you still got all these other things that's locked up.
Yeah.
So you know, it's never too late to express and go back into it because you needed all those things to get you the stability. But we can't have you living on the street with stuff, because that's what happens to some artists. They get so
sucked into the art part.
Right, that you like,
common sense is
your life's about to get cut off.
Yeah.
And I wasn't, and so I mean, not intentionally. This is not something that I don't intentionally share, but just like I guess I gauge it just based off like people and situations and stuff. But when it comes to that as well, the big reason why I did come home was because I had a manager. He was traveling, radio stations, different things of that nature. But long story short, you know, people ended up not being truthful. And I'm fresh out of college. Yeah. I'm young as well. Yeah. He was about like 30. He did have some type of connection, but obviously it's not to what I thought it was. Right. Things go left, but I ended up really, you know, running myself into the ground in Atlanta to the point where I ended up having like a minor stroke.
Oh, no.
And this is like 24. I'm 24 at the time.
It's grinding out your mind.
And that changed for me everything when it comes to the art. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like even that, and I have my moments now where I get too revved up, but I always remember like just to decompress, like take it a day at a time, because you know during that time period I lost I lost control over the right side of my body. So it would spaz up at different times. If I was holding my phone, I just had to drop it until it stopped and things of that nature. So I wasn't able to drive, I wasn't able to go to work, I had to come home. And I thought my dreams were supposed to happen in Atlanta, you know, so it was a whole So like I really am resonating just like with a lot of things that y'all are saying, you know what I'm saying? And even bringing it back and speaking on it again now is just reminding me of just
good old RSU.
That, you know
good old RSU, Reality State University. Gave you some classes.
Y'all don't gotta be interviewing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have to be interviewing me. I don't have to be getting ready to do something that I love with my saxophone in a minute. Like these are blessings, you know what I'm saying?
And it's imperfectly perfect.
And
yeah, like that. I give a damn. Yes. See, I had to open up my mouth. I'm walking through the hallways of Anacostia, which just blocks up the street. I made my first album called Paper Tags like years ago. So for me to be in Anacostia, I'm already lit. Like, who up in here that do music? I need some guests for the I Give a Damn jam. They was like, hold up. The captain saw she was like, man, come on downstairs. I got this band in the office. I said, all right, cool. Yeah, I had been talking to her about what I do with my life, and she was like, man, I got to bring you to this. So connection is what my mother said I had. She said, boy, you can go in a room 1,000 people, you're gonna meet the person you need to meet and connected with somebody else they need to meet and whatever. So that's what we're doing here tonight.
Yeah, Rico has the gift of network.
I can tell. And that's
like
what
Rico,
I met
Rico in 2012 or was it 2013? One of you and Rico, I was like, what in the world? I don't know what in the world why he knew I was an artist. And
what she didn't understand is I had been working at Tacoma since 2000. 2000 when I started working at 2000. I'd say because Dominique Dawes had just finished the Olympics, so it was '96. It wasn't even 2000. And what I learned from being a barber, we have to always talk to people. And if you cut hair right beside the barbershop, and if you've been raised with some home training, you know how to talk to your sisters of ebony hue. You know, okay, you can. You got discernment too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always usually being able to make a quick read on somebody. Right. And she had the fishnets on. She had it wasn't looking like Thotty at all. It was looking like very classy with her situation. So I said she's probably in the arts some kind of way. And we got to networking and talking. And my thing that didn't even have anything to do with her, this as a barber, me having to talk to so many women, is to kick it with them like they have no vagina, no penis. If you just really just connecting with the person's spirit, you ain't tripping off what they look like. And she just happened to be singing, and we got the networking, and our story is, people all know the story. We just hit it off after that, and our families were very compatible, and you know, we always been fans.
And he didn't give me the vibes of like, I ain't about to call this person.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, maybe this guy ain't playing. And you know, I showed up to, it's a conversation.
It was supposed to be another spot.
Yeah.
They lost their
But
liquor
then-
license. It was a big
yeah.
hookah lounge out in Northern Virginia.
Yeah.
She was on the flyer. I told her, I said, listen, I don't even have to see you sing right now.
Yeah.
I just always I always know if a sister is able to do it. And I'm like this, I'm gonna give you a song or two, and if you bomb, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm giving you your shot, and I'm not trying to come at you about nothing you got. You know, you know she's attractive, but for me, I work in the field of like, look, you're gonna see them again. So just keep your stuff genuine.
Yeah.
Don't give them that headache. They already gonna have that with whoever they dealing with. So we ain't never had that problem. And
In life, people are the only people that I work with because of that.
but I'm the only one with these fingerprints. I'm the only one on earth with these fingerprints. So we all have rare connections and rare family. So all right,
I appreciate y'all.
We appreciate you, and we give a damn. So listen, we started some new connections and some new music. So y'all stay tuned. We're about to get busy.
You ready to fight for the cure? You ready to fight for breast cancer? You ready to fight for good health care? I give a damn, you give a damn, I give a damn. I give a damn, I give a damn. You give a damn, oh, we give a damn. You didn't know, you give a damn. You didn't know, we give a damn. Oh, you didn't know, we give a damn. You didn't know, we give a damn.
Action.
All right, sharing the love and the talent here at the I Give a Damn Jam at the Anacostia Arts Center, right here at the Hive going down.
Right here.
We are introducing one of DMV's own JMB Music. Yo, shout out, let's go.
Thank you.
Come on. Yes, dog. Yes, indeed.
Hey,
Yo, it's the I Give a Damn Jazz. Yo, with JMB. It's the
I give a damn jazz.
Say what? It's the
I give a damn jazz.
we give a damn and
Hey.
you give a damn right here, y'all. That's a deal.
That was marvelous.
Big things popping.
You ready to fight for the cure? You ready to fight for breast cancer? You ready to fight for good health care? I give a damn, you give a damn, I give a damn. I give a damn.